In the heart of the Midwest, there lies a place that feels like home. Where the streets are painted black and gold. A place where excellence echoes and tradition roars. Where legacies are forged and leaders are made. Tigers lead by example, impacting our community every step of the way. We don't just set records.
A group of student leaders on the Mizzou campus have their sights set on a different kind of world record, the life-saving kind.
We break them.
132!
We built this legacy brick by brick, column by column. You lead the way home, and we'll do the rest. Come home, Tigers, and together let's continue leading the legacy.
Good morning, everyone. I am Matt Beckwith. I am the Chief Meteorologist of KOMU 8 News here in Columbia, Missouri. Happy homecoming. Thanks for joining us today.
And I'm KOMU 8 Sports Director Ben Ardette. Happy homecoming from Columbia Mo. We know so many of you are joining us here from across the world on the Mizzou Alumni Association Facebook page. Hit those comments as you're watching today. Let us know where you're watching from, and we can give a little taste of that to everybody as they enjoy the 113th Mizzou Homecoming Parade. Matt, we made this here. It's ours. It's the best anywhere in the country.
The best anywhere in the country. It's always a good feeling to say that. We are expecting Tigers from all across the country to join us this morning, whether it's here on Facebook or here in person in front of the Student Center. Our parade coverage this morning is presented by Equipment Share.
Big thanks to Equipment Share. Great company here in Columbia supporting Mizzou athletics and Mizzou homecoming. And, it's a good thing you're watching this live stream because viewers can also enter our live stream giveaway for a chance to win a pair of custom Mizzou Nikes. Doesn't get much better than that. Click the link in the pinned comment on this stream, or you can visit mizzou.us/livestreams to enter to win those custom Nikes. What a great homecoming prize that would be.
Yeah, it would. And this parade has grown over the last century, as you can imagine. It's a wonderful it's a wonderful opportunity to see everyone. This year is larger than ever, and the sub-theme of the floats is iconic movies.
Saw a little preview last night at Campus Decks, and that was fun to see. My daughter loved that. If you're planning to get out here yourself, of course, the crowd is starting to fill in. We're along Rollins, right in front of the Student Center, and there are a few spaces still to be had, but you're going to need to get here downtown and onto campus pretty quickly because we're about to get going here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, this parade's going to begin on Rollins Street near Carnahan Quad and will wind past us, go north past Memorial Union, and then from there it's going to go up 9th Street. Finally, it will turn down Broadway before going south to the end of Flat Branch Park.
Well, if verbal descriptions aren't your thing, you're more visual. You can look at a map at mizzou.com/homecoming, find all the information right there to get you ready for the parade.
And this year, returning is a sensory-friendly area. If you're looking for a quieter place to enjoy the festivities this year, that will be along the very end of the parade route on 5th Street.
That's a great thing. We saw that last year. Great addition to the parade. Parade entries are going to be smiling, waving, and passing out candy, of course. I'm going to miss that. I love walking in and handing out the candy. That'll be the they'll be turning down their music and lights in that sensory area. So that helps kids who have a little bit of issue with that. They can still enjoy the parade, and they can still get some candy.
Yeah, again, that will be along the 5th Street portion of the parade at the very end of the route. So keep that in mind if you're still looking for a place to set up this morning.
Now, last we heard, there were about 150 entries in this year's homecoming parade. That includes 7 high school marching bands from around Missouri.
And with those marching bands, we are excited to hear from them. We should be seeing the first parade entries coming down the road in just a few minutes.
Well, before we get going with the parade, we need to welcome in the Mizzou Alumni Association's Executive Director, Todd McCubbin. Todd, welcome. Happy homecoming.
Hey guys, good to see you, and thanks for being here today. What a beautiful day we have in Como.
This is picture perfect. It's warming up as the sun comes up. We can't ask for a better day, can we, Matt?
And warming up may be a strong word. I just checked the current temperature on campus, 44 degrees this morning.
It's a crisp 44, but it feels fantastic.
That's right. It'll get better.
That's right.
Well, you know, it's a great award-winning parade. Todd, tell us more about homecoming this year and the things we're going to see not only in the parade but around campus this weekend.
Yeah, we have a great parade today. We're full again, had to turn away some folks again this year, and we're excited about having a great weekend, right? I mean, everything comes together for homecoming. Our alums support it so well, but I will say this. One of the things that's sort of underrated with homecoming is the service aspect of it. That happened a few weeks ago, right? A record-breaking food drive that we had with about 180,000 pounds collected for Central Missouri Food Bank, and then almost 5,000 units of blood. So the largest blood drive in the world, once again, right here on our campus. Those are all things that are kind of underrated. But then it comes together, which is all the great traditions we have. Campus Decks last night, the pep rally, the parade today, talent competition all week. It's just a special time here on campus.
Todd, we know you're not going to mention this. Happy 20th anniversary in your position as the MAA Executive Director. What does that mean for you here on homecoming?
Well, this is my school, so this is a pretty special place, no doubt about it. Running 20 parades. I used to have hair back when I didn't have to run 20 parades, I think, but at the end of the day, it's a great tradition. We have such a great team here at Mizzou in a lot of ways, and so it's a pleasure every year to be able to do this, and very fortunate.
Todd, thanks. Enjoy the parade.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Happy homecoming.
You too, Todd. M-I-Z, and we
Z-O-U.
say enjoy the parade because it is here. The 113th Mizzou Homecoming Parade is marching down Rollins Street right through the heart of campus, and we're ready to bring it to you right here on the Mizzou Alumni Association Facebook page. Enjoy the festivities as we start to see our first entries in this year's homecoming parade.
Yeah, kicking off this tradition unlike any other, please welcome the University of Missouri Police Department as they lead off Missouri's 113th homecoming, leading the legacy.
Making their way through with the honor guard, and I can't think of a better way to start this parade, Matt, than with law enforcement here from around mid-Missouri, getting things going and keeping everybody safe here today also.
And not just our law enforcement kicking things off, of course, ROTC and the Mid-Missouri Pipe Band will follow them as well behind the parade. The crowd filling in this morning. We have the Mizzou Joint Services ROTC Color Guard presenting the colors of our nation's flag. They are the United States Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and Space Force branches. Presented by the Color Guard is the Army Reserves Officers Training Corps, Tiger Battalion, marching in formation. These are MU students earning degrees while training to become commissioned officers in the U.S. Army. Since 1868, thousands of officers have earned their commissions at the University of Missouri. The University of Missouri Army ROTC program has a long tradition of producing superior Army officers who have served in every conflict in America's history. We are proud to present before you today the MU Army ROTC Tiger Battalion and Mid-Missouri Pipe Band. Let's listen in.
Coming up right behind them, it's everyone's favorite Tiger, Truman the Tiger, and the Mizzou cheerleaders. The Mizzou cheerleaders are under the direction of Cynthia Metz.
Truman greeting everyone in the crowd, getting some high fives this morning.
Nobody makes more friends on homecoming weekend than Truman the Tiger. The bagpipes, that was the first sound I heard when I got out of the car, out of the garage, and hit street level to walk over here. Great way to start the parade. And, of course, there's Truman. What's your favorite Truman move? I said on Twitter last night that it's when he takes his tail and acts like it's a microphone. That's the best move.
You know, I think that has to be the best move. It just
He just did the tail twirl. That's good.
Yeah.
It's a good number 2.
Yeah. He's doing some jumping and skipping, you know.
It's a
He's
busy
just
day
here
for
having a
Truman.
good time.
It's a busy. We saw him riding on his golf cart through Greektown last night during campus decks. And now the Mizzou cheerleaders following up Truman the Tiger.
And coming right behind the Mizzou cheerleaders, we have Marching Mizzou. Tiger fans, they are under the direction of Dr. Amy Knops, Director of Athletic Bands, Dr. Christian Noon, Assistant Director of Bands, and Pete Zambito, Assistant Director of Athletic Bands. MU Healthcare proudly presents Marching Mizzou. Marching Mizzou celebrates 139 years of tradition and is best known as the Big M of the Midwest. Marching Mizzou is proud to help lead the parade and bring area high school bands to the parade for you today. MIZ, let's listen in.
And of course, Matt, along with Marching Mizzou, we saw Mizzou's Golden Girls under the direction of Kayla Timberlake. Busy day for all these young people from across the state of Missouri and across the country in Marching Mizzou.
And over the last year, they've had such a busy time. They've been in Thanksgiving for the Macy's Day Parade. They've been in Ireland for St. Patrick's Day. So these students have really had the opportunity to do it all.
They have seen the world and spread the word of MIZ across the globe, haven't they?
That's right.
Big M of the Midwest, marching through the streets of Columbia, Missouri on a beautiful homecoming Saturday here in Como. Matt, I mean, I know you mentioned it is still a little chilly, but this is great. It's going to be 70 by the end of the day. This is going to be a perfect homecoming weekend.
Yeah, I was telling people dress in layers today. 40s this morning. It's 43 degrees right now. We're going to be near 60 for that 11 a.m. kick. And then from there, that temperature is going to hit 70 by the end of the game. Up next, we have the 2024 Homecoming Steering Committee, driven today by the Boone County Fire Protection District. These 36 outstanding student leaders have worked for the past 8 months to plan the grand tradition of Mizzou's homecoming.
Doesn't happen without them.
There are those steering committee students and the Boone County Fire Protection District handing out some candy this morning too.
Keeping warm, walking down the streets. One of the many great things that Mizzou students get involved in here on campus and really be a part of the campus community and help create what my 9-year-old daughter calls her favorite holiday.
I love that.
That's the way it is here in Columbia. That's the way it is here at Mizzou. It's not just homecoming, it's a holiday.
Yeah, we invented it. We should proclaim it as our holiday.
Absolutely. A lot of spirit coming from the steering committee.
Yeah, if you weren't awake already this morning between Marching Mizzou and the enthusiasm, it's easy to wake up this morning. We've got a lot of alumni joining us. You can share this with your fellow alumni. Already a couple hundred people joining us this morning from all over the country, all over the state. So we're happy to have you with us. Thanks for being here.
Remember to drop that in the comments here on the Facebook page. Tell us where you're watching from. I know we got 2 viewers from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Those would be my parents and my sister and her husband and my nephew who played a great game last night.
Yeah, that's awesome. And as they pass us, I really want to acknowledge here, we've got Missouri Task Force 1, part of the Boone County Fire Protection District. These folks have been all over the country the last few weeks, helping folks in the Carolinas recover from Hurricane Helene, and then Hurricane Milton as well in the south. So incredible work that they do with search and rescue operations in the response of natural disasters.
Absolutely, and you will hear this everywhere. One of the best groups of that kind, emergency management and disaster resources in the country. Up next, the 2023 Homecoming King and Queen, Christian Hall and Josie Johnson.
Following them, we have homecoming royalty candidates Evelyn Crane and Basil Ahmed. Evelyn is sponsored by Kappa Kappa Gamma. Basil is sponsored by the Minority Association of Pre-Health Students. Congratulations to them.
More homecoming royalty candidates, including Eliana Eubanks and Justin Eddy. Eliana is sponsored by the Society of Women Engineers. Justin is sponsored by Alpha Gamma Rho. Congrats, Eliana and Justin.
And here are homecoming royalty candidates, Christina Neova and Jonathan Martinez. Christina is sponsored by Chi Omega. Jonathan is sponsored by Phi Kappa Theta. Congratulations, Christina and Jonathan.
Following Christina and Justin, more homecoming royalty candidates, Olivia Prudhomme and Tyler Thomas. Olivia sponsored by the Vasey Academy. Tyler sponsored by Sigma Chi. Congrats, Olivia and Tyler.
Following them are homecoming royalty candidates, Audrey Stowe and Will Weimer. Audrey is sponsored by Alpha Delta Pi. Will is sponsored by Alpha Sigma Phi. Congratulations to Audrey and Will.
Up next, this year's Homecoming Parade presenting sponsor, great local company Equipment Share, founded and headquartered right here in Columbia, Missouri. Equipment Share is a nationwide construction technology and equipment solutions provider. Together with its more than 250 locations, 4,500 team members, and thousands of customers, Equipment Share is building the future of construction.
And we've got koozies flying in the air this morning.
Koozies are the #1 parade thing that people want thrown at the parades. We had some KOMU koozies a couple of years ago. We ran out of them in a minute. Couldn't have enough.
Up next, the Missouri Hall of Fame honors Tigers who inspire to do and be more. The select honor is for those who have had exceptional success in their field and who highlight the depth of our university's educational strengths and worldwide impact. Our 3 honorees this year were inducted at a ceremony yesterday afternoon. First up, please welcome Hayes Bernard. Hayes is a 1995 graduate and the founder, chairman, CEO of Good Leap and Good Power, as well as the founder of Good Finch. His nonprofit facilitates solar-powered projects that provide clean water and energy systems to underserved communities and has impacted more than 1.6 million people across 28 countries to date.
Next, we welcome Mary Rhodes Russell, a 1983 graduate of the School of Law and Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Missouri. Justice Russell has served at the Supreme Court since 2004 and served a previous term as Chief Justice from 2013 to 2015.
Finally, please give a warm welcome to Bill Thompson, class of 1968. Bill is the former CEO and chairman of PIMCO, one of the world's largest investment management firms, and founder of the Thompson Center for Autism and Neurodevelopment. Congratulations to these newest members of the Mizzou Hall of Fame.
Have to welcome Dr. Leanne Taylor Knight, president of the Mizzou Alumni Association Board of Directors. Leanne leads the Alumni Association Board of Directors as the voice for more than 360,000 graduates worldwide. She has degrees from the College of Human Environmental Sciences and the College of Education, currently living in Lenexa, Kansas, lowercase k. Leanne is joined by her mother, who is also a Mizzou grad, Joyce Taylor.
And following them, we had Columbia, Missouri mayor and Mizzou graduate, Mayor Barbara Buffalo.
Followed by former Missouri State Rep and current Boone County Presiding Commissioner Kip Kendrick.
Following them, an important guy, Laird Veach. He returned to Columbia earlier this year as Missouri's Director of Athletics. He has previously served as Athletics Assistant Director for Development and as manager of the Tiger Scholarship Fund. Welcome home.
And a warm welcome for some familiar faces here. Members of the Mizzou athletics team leading the way. A guy that you all know, the Witten family head men's basketball coach Dennis Gates, along with women's basketball coach Robin Pinchton, several members of their men's and women's basketball teams. They're going to light up Mizzou Arena this season. Also part of the Mizzou athletics group, Bianca Tirati and the Mizzou women's tennis team. The 2023 SEC Coach of the Year in volleyball, Dawn Sullivan, with her volleyball program. We're shooting hoops out here, having a good time with that Mizzou men's basketball team. 10 newcomers on that group this year. Also in the group, head softball coach Larissa Anderson, fresh off a 48-win season and another appearance in the NCAA Super Regionals. And some track and field student athletes for Mizzou as well. Looking forward to another great season that includes a brand new indoor track at the Hearn Center Fieldhouse. Give it up for Mizzou athletics.
And if you want to keep up with Mizzou athletics from far away, Ben, you host a show all about Mizzou athletics.
Streaming on the KOMU8 streaming app and KOMU.com. It is Mizzou Extra, and you've still got time to get your full preview with Howard Richards from the Tiger Radio Network. But speaking of football, you want me to just take this one, Matt?
Yeah, you should.
All right. He's a Mizzou legend. Number 10, the greatest quarterback in the history of Mizzou football, Chase Daniel. From 05 to 08, this true son turned the Mizzou record books into his own personal catalog. Still holds the all-time career record for total offensive yards, and passing touchdowns. He went to New York as a Heisman finalist. He's doing great work on FS1 and the NFL Network now, and he's always MIZ in every chance he gets.
And we've got a real happy face there in the crowd
Our
this
first
morning.
puppy of the day.
Up next, we have the William T. Kemper Fellowship for Teaching Excellence. It was established in 1991 with a $500,000 gift. Kemper, a 1926 MU graduate, was a well-known civic leader in Kansas City. The fellowship, which includes a $1,500 stipend, is awarded to 5 outstanding teachers at the University of Missouri each year. The 2024 Kemper Fellows are Nicole Campion Barr with psychological science, Jason Ferber with molecular microbiology and immunology, Seth Howers, languages, literatures, and cultures, Amy Knopp, School of Music, and Chris Prestigiacoma from accounting.
Got a homecoming sponsor, MOAX Dock and Norm Direct, Mizzou's #1 choice for shuttles to and from St. Louis International Airport 10 times a day. They can handle charter travel for all events and sizes. Visit them online at moexpress.com.
And an annual favorite with their famous kettle corn, the Bates County Mizzou Club. The alumni chapter takes pride in defending our western border from Jayhawks and always shows up in full force for homecoming. Welcome home.
That's an important job, protecting us from the west.
And I see kettle corn flying through the air this morning.
Hey, we mentioned there's a lot of high school bands here today. This is, well, one of the most important. I'm a proud 2000 grad of Hickman High School right here in Columbia, Missouri, and now we've got the Hickman High School Marching Band from right here in Como under the direction of Dennis Swope and Tom Sweeney. Go Cubes!
Let's listen into the band.
Should I do the fight song, man?
Should you do the fight song?
Should I do the Hickman fight song?
Yeah, why not?
Strawberry shortcake, gooseberry pie, VICTORY. Are we it? Well, I guess yes, because we're the QPs of HHS. Lost to Rockbridge last night, but that's okay.
I will not be singing the fight song from any of the local bands. Maybe the Mizzou fight song.
That's the only one I know. by the way, Matt, I'd be remiss if I didn't point out, not a naked baby, a naked baby doll.
Okay, an important distinction.
Exactly.
All right. Following Hickman High School this morning, we have AASB. Founded in 1974, the Alumni Association Student Board has connected students with the Mizzou Alumni Association for 50 years. These student leaders work to preserve MU traditions, foster a sense of pride within the Mizzou community, and serve as the governing board for all true Tigers. Today, current students are joined by AASB alumni as they celebrate 50 years of forging traditions and creating lasting legacies.
And as you could hear, their horn works this morning. Coming out next, the Missouri Students Association is the official undergraduate student government at the University of Missouri, representing and advocating for student interests. MSA is dedicated to improving campus life, addressing student concerns, and creating opportunities for involvement and growth. Join them in celebrating the tradition and the spirit of Mizzou at this year's homecoming.
Following them, we have the Mizzou Letter Winners Club. It is home for all Mizzou Letter winners. It reunites former Mizzou varsity student athletes in the spirit of fellowship and cooperation to build on the tradition of excellence, to provide financial support, to assist Mizzou athletics in creating one of the premier student athlete experiences in the country.
I'm going to bet there's some former Mizzou soccer players in that group. They had their alumni night last night at Walton Stadium and beat Oklahoma 3-1.
And now we're getting into the floats.
First float from Phi Mu, Farmhouse, Sigma Tau Gamma, and Zeta Beta Tau. The members of Phi Mu, Farmhouse, Zeta Beta Tau, and Sigma Tau Gamma proudly present the Lego Movie in Columbia, Missouri. Emmett and Truman are working to rebuild Mizzou's iconic columns and help from the Unikitty, Wild Style, and more as they all continue to fall through the Lego universe into the real world. But the evil Mr. Business and his Auburn Tigers are already in Columbia, working hard to try and tear down the columns. Hopefully Emmett Truman and the gang can get the ball to Faroe Field in time for the homecoming game.
I love the Legos on the side that we have here. A great shot this morning of that float and all the students. Up next, we have our Children's Hospital Critical Care Transport Team. They travel to healthcare facilities throughout mid-Missouri, transporting critically ill neonatal and pediatric patients to receive specialized advanced care at MU Children's Hospital. The team is comprised of registered nurses, respiratory therapists, and EMTs, and was the first neonatal transport team in Missouri. Go Tigers.
And also a member of that team, TJ, who you see walking through with some of those great members of the MU Health Children's Hospital team. Here comes another sponsor, the Red Bull event vehicle, with the sampling team ready to get you energized on this bright and early homecoming morning and get you through the entire homecoming weekend.
They knew we were up early with this early kickoff.
I could use one. Don't throw one at me, though. I don't.
That might hurt a little bit.
Thanks to Red Bull for all their support, and thanks to Red Bull for helping us all get through this long. This is going to be a marathon homecoming.
It is an 11 a.m. kickoff. Of course, we started our parade at 8 a.m. this morning. 8:24, we're about 33 entries in. We've got about 100 more to go. And up next, we have Phi Kappa Psi, Gamma Phi Beta, and Alpha Epsilon Pi. They are bringing their superpowers to homecoming. Their float theme this year is The Incredibles. Just like the iconic superhero family, they're celebrating strength, teamwork, and the incredible spirit of Tiger Nation. With their powers combined, they're showing off what makes Mizzou so incredible. Unity, friendship, and a whole lot of fun. So give it up for this incredible crew as they fly through homecoming.
That was one of my little girl's favorites last night as we were walking around campus decks. Coming up next, you can't miss that one. It's the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, an American icon that's been traveling the hot dog highway since 1936. There are 6 Wienermobiles across the country, each piloted by 2 hot doggers who go through extensive training at Hot Dog High to learn everything about driving the Wienermobile, pitching local media, the history of Oscar Mayer, and so much more. There has been a Mizzou driver in every class of hot doggers since the beginning of the program back in 1988.
Up next, we have Zimmer Communications. They are sponsors of this year's homecoming celebration, featuring Y107, your #1 hit music station, Clear 99 and today's best country, and 96.7 KCMQ, home of classic rock. They're continuing their own homecoming tradition today by handing out classic college favorite, a packet of ramen noodles. A big thank you to Cosmo and Kat, Shags and Trevor, and the entire Zimmer Communications crew for being here today.
And 96.7 KCMQ, you're home for the Tigers in mid-Missouri, so if you're looking to hear the radio broadcast later today or just want to hear the local announcers, Mike and Howard and Chris Trevino on the sideline, go ahead and tune into 96.7 KCMQ. Tigers on the Prowl is a volunteer-run organization which showcases the work of artists in a unique way that provides a platform for local charities to raise awareness and funds. Tigers on the Prowl has raised over $1 million for local charities to date.
And here comes more candy this morning by the handful. Up next, we have Kappa, Delta, Beta, Sigma Beta Sigma Psi, Sigma Alpha Epsilon, and Sigma Chi with their Wreck-It Ralph themed float. The Sugar Rush racetrack has been all over the quad. Truman is winning the race, but his opponents are close behind. Ralph wrecks the columns in an attempt to derail the race, but Fix-It Felix jumps into action to save it for them. Truman continues to lead the legacy and wins the race with the power of Mizzou spirit and a little candy. Isn't that the truth always?
Time to welcome homecoming sponsor GKR Motor Cars and Family with a few of their custom-built automobiles. In addition to hand-built custom cars, they recently announced their garage condo development, which allows you to purchase your own customizable garage space on their Columbia campus. Looking for the dream man cave, or she shed? This is the community-focused club that you need to be a part of. Visit them online to learn more. That's GKR Motor Cars.
The Bratton School of Irish Dance is bringing Ireland to Columbia. They offer classes for children and adults of all levels and are located in the Columbia Mall. They will be coming up right here.
There they are. Do you think they slow down? We get a little Irish jig, a little dance in the middle of Rollins Road?
We'll see.
That's exactly what we're getting.
But they're not slowing down. They're moving along.
Well, coming up right behind the Bratton School of Irish Dance is the Boone County chapter of the Mizzou Alumni Association, proudly supporting the best interests and traditions of Missouri's flagship university and its alumni worldwide. The chapter proudly supports student scholarships and the amount of $25,000 each year.
And just checking a quick look at some of the comments here. We've got folks from Washington, Missouri to Washington, D.C. joining us just within the last couple of comments. So thank you all for joining us. Up next from Westphalia, Missouri, the Fatima High School Comet Pride Band under the direction of Amy Bax. Let's listen in to the marching band.
Stuff there from Fatima High School, the marching comments. Here comes Sigma Kappa, Delta Sigma Pi, and Kappa Sigma with their Hercules themed float. Mighty Hercules is facing the Auburn Hydra, and he needs your help from other Mizzou Tigers to defeat the evil Hydra. Give a cheer to ensure a happy homecoming.
And following them, we have the Republican candidates that are running for office this November. Do you know someone who'd be an excellent Tiger, maybe a student just starting high school? Help us share Mizzou's story by completing the Refer a Tiger form online. The Office of Admissions will follow up with relevant recruitment materials and more. You can refer a prospective student at mizzou.com/future Tiger.
Well, for more than a century, the Mizzou Alumni Association has presented the first and finest homecoming celebration in the nation. Your investment in the Homecoming Endowment will support Mizzou's hallmark tradition for generations of future Tigers. You can give now at mizzou.us/HoCo Endowment.
And remember, if you are watching us on Facebook, click the link in the pinned comment for a chance to win a pair of custom Mizzou Nike shoes. We would love to know where you all are watching from, and would love to interact with you a little bit here in the comments section. Someone joining us from Georgia. We have folks joining us from all over the country. So please, in the comments, tell us where you're from, when you graduated, what your major was. We'd love to hear about it. We've got a Jenny Neoma joining us from New Jersey this morning. Marching Mizzou member from 1968 to 1970, Yorkville, Illinois, the Jersey Shore, watching from Lot M here on campus. Lifetime membership, a plug there for the Alumni Association. Buckland, Missouri, Herman, Liberty, Missouri, Ottawa, Illinois. We've got so many people that are joining us from all over the country this morning.
I got my Alumni Association Life Member Cup this morning with my Coke Zero so I can get through. Didn't get the Red Bull.
Right.
But the Coke Zero's getting me through.
You know, caffeine is an essential source for all of us here this morning. Ben and I both work the evening schedule.
Well, but you didn't
here
last night.
I didn't, but it's still my regular schedule. So
yes.
we're definitely well caffeinated this morning.
we're not usually thinking about being awake this time of day. Hey, we saw Fatima High School a moment ago. You know, one of the most famous Fatima alums?
No.
The pride of Fatima High School, former White Sox third baseman Joe Creedy.
That's a fun fact.
A World Series champion with the Chicago White Sox back in 2005. And a darn good baseball analyst on SEC Network Plus I got to work with a little bit. So
see, this is why I was so excited to have Ben as my co-host this morning, because he just has this infinite knowledge of sports and Mizzou athletics specifically. If you are passionate about Mizzou athletics, join his show, Mizzou Extra. You can stream that on KOMU.com. And
you got to know what the weather's going to be for football games, so download the KMU8 weather app and get Matt's latest forecast. Right now, we're going to welcome Carpenter's Local 945 from Central Missouri. They have been representing their members since 1901. They are always on the lookout for people that want to be the best carpenter they can be.
Chi Omega and Delta Chi are here to take you on a journey through the emotions and memories of Mizzou Island. Just like in Disney's Inside Out, Homecoming is all about core memories, those unforgettable moments filled with joy and, fittingly, excitement, and sometimes a little bit of nostalgia too. As alumni return to relive their favorite moments, we celebrate the past, present, and future of Mizzou. Together, we've built memories that will last a lifetime.
Have you seen Inside Out 2?
I have not. I've heard it's incredible. It's on my list. I have not gotten to it yet, though.
Those who have will understand this. I've got a 9-year-old daughter who plays hockey, so Inside Out and Inside Out 2 are about as good as it gets for her. That's on in the Arnett house a lot, and she very much enjoyed that campus deck when we saw it last night. Well, coming up next, the Legion of Black Collegians. Please join us in congratulating our LBC homecoming royalty, senior Donovan Flagg and sophomore Taryn Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Legion of Black Collegians, the nation's only black student government, led by President Carrington Peavy and Vice President Madison Ward. The Legion prides itself on fostering social, moral, intellectual, and cultural values to uplift black students and enrich the academic experience for all. And again, congrats to their homecoming royalty, senior Donovan Flagg, sophomore Taryn Lewis.
Following them, we have the Roseburg family. Please welcome them riding in on classic 1962 International Lodestar fire truck. Their Mizzou legacy includes Lyle Roseburg, the first in the family to graduate from Mizzou in 1991, Andrew, the first to play MU basketball in 2011, and Ryan, the first to play MU basketball in the SEC in 2012. They first rode as a family in last year's parade and are proud to continue leading the legacy this year. MIZ.
Good to see Andrew and Ryan Rosberg there back on campus. A couple of hard-working basketball players back in the day. This year, Gru and his minions have teamed up with Truman the Tiger for a despicable homecoming with Pi Kappa Phi and Delta Gamma.
And for those of you that may not know, that's from the movie Despicable Me. Not an insult.
The movie,
there.
the entire franchise. My goodness,
Yes,
how many
yeah.
Despicable Me's have there been?
Plus Minion movies on top of that.
It's a whole cinematic universe, isn't it? It's made its way through homecoming this year.
That's right. Following them, the Mid-Missouri Pride Fest would like to thank everyone for an amazing 2024 Pride Fest season and expresses their appreciation for the community. Happy homecoming.
Right behind them, another high school band, the Festus High School Marching Tigers from Festus, Missouri, under the direction of Stephanie Sakelski, with assistance from Scott Evans and Devin Lorenz.
Someone's chiming in saying that they see their band. So that must be someone joining us from Festus this morning. Also seeing folks joining from Leslie, Missouri, and from Virginia and Indiana, too. Let's listen in to the Festus High School Band. Thank you for that from Festus High School. Great to have all of our high school bands here. Following them this morning, I believe we have the Mizzou Student Media. They are media outlets on campus that are for students by students. They have been the student voice of MU for over 50 years at each of their 3 outlets. They are dedicated to providing students with professional opportunities as early as their freshman year. Those 3 outlets are the Man-Eater, the newspaper, KCOU 88.1, and the Mizzou Student Media Podcast Network, all entirely student-run, and I was there in those my freshman year.
I would love to know where the name the Man-Eater came from. Hit us in the comments. I've never known that. Always been familiar with it.
And surely there's a journalism alumni that can educate us here in the comments.
Coming up next, the ladies of Alpha Delta Pi and the men of Sigma Phi Epsilon and Phi Kappa Theta proudly present Truman's Adventure in the World of Up. Disaster struck when the Auburn Tigers, in a sneaky attempt to spoil Mizzou's 113th homecoming, stole none other than Jesse Hall. But they didn't count on Truman the Tiger. With an epic team by his side, Doug the Dog, Kevin the Snipe, Russell, and Mr. Fredrickson, Truman is on a daring mission to return Jesse Hall to its rightful place at Paradise Falls. Their adventure book is filled with unforgettable moments from their homecoming adventure, and they can't wait to add more memories in its pages this year.
I think the Mizzou student media was Jurassic Park themed. I think that I didn't get that
I'll go
on
with
paper,
that, yeah.
but there was definitely some dinosaur action going on there.
Another great float. Remember, it is sort of a Disney Pixar movie theme this year. Up has been on our house many times as well.
Someone just commented, the Man-Eater is a newspaper on campus that was renamed to reflect a more aggressive news angle to establish the paper as an independent watchdog of the university. The name was chosen by Joel Gold, a sociology student who founded the paper in 1955. Gould wrote in the first issue of the paper that the name of the man-eater was meant to convey the idea that the paper would analyze facts and pounce like a tiger with sharpened claws.
Another high school band here from right here in Columbia, Missouri, the Tolton Catholic High School Blazer Band, under the direction of Brian Parks, with assistance from Renee Holsoff, Chrissy Meyer, and Chloe White. Let's listen in to the Marching Blazers from Father Tolton Catholic here in Como. Good luck to the Tolton football team. They're playing a rare Saturday afternoon game at noon up in Kansas City at Kip Legacy. And they are coached by the former Mizzou All-American tight end Michael Egnew. So good luck on this homecoming weekend to the Tolton Trailblazers.
Following Tolton, we have the Democratic candidates for the upcoming election. Have you picked up your homecoming gear yet? The Mizzou store is an exclusive vendor for all your 2023 Mizzou homecoming gear. Visit on campus or shop online at themizzoustore.com.
Are you a Mizzou Alumni Association member? I am. Members get exclusive access to virtual networking opportunities, online alumni programming, and much more. There's no better way to stay connected to Mizzou alumni worldwide, all while supporting the traditions that make Mizzou stronger. Become a member today. It's really easy. You just go to mizzou.com/join.
And Mizzou Homecoming would not be possible without the support of our generous sponsors. Once again, we want to thank Equipment Share for sponsoring today's homecoming parade, as well as Commerce Bank and Commerce Trust for their support of the Mizzou Hall of Fame. So as we continue our parade coverage this morning, we want to ask you in the comments joining us today, what is your favorite Mizzou tradition? And Ben, I'm going to ask you that question.
My favorite Mizzou tradition or Mizzou homecoming tradition?
Why not both?
I think my favorite Mizzou tradition is real simple. It's the MIZ-ZOU going back and forth across the stadium. One of my first memories growing up in Columbia, Missouri. My family moved here in 1984. Went to my first football game probably about then, whenever I was 2. Suffered through a lot in the 80s and early 90s. But that MIZ-ZOU chant was always there. And my favorite homecoming tradition has got to be Campus Decks. It's wonderful. Go there with my family for a little bit. We walk around, just soak in all the atmosphere. And we always take the same picture in front of the AD Pie House. Not because my wife was an AD Pie. She didn't even go to Mizzou, even though she works with the Mizzou Alumni Association and is as black and gold as it gets. Totally random. When our daughter was a little baby, we took a picture, just happened to be there, and we've taken one every single year.
Now it's tradition.
Yeah.
My favorite Mizzou tradition, and this is one I kind of created. I was a residential advisor with Residential Life as a student.
Thankless job.
Yes, very. And the first night that students moved on campus, my RA, when I moved in, we were supposed to go to like a movie and have free pizza. What we all did is, I'm past the time, I can't get in trouble for this. We got the pizza, we left, and we went and did the big Mizzou tradition. So standing in speaker circle, shouting, "I love Mizzou" 3 times, going and riding the tiger, and taking that iconic photo of yourself riding the tiger. And I did that with my students when I was an RA as well. So that was a tradition I continued to pass on thanks to my RA, and she's one of my closest friends now. So I love that a little tradition started here of knocking out some of the Mizzou traditions. And homecoming-wise, it's got to be the parade. Being here early in the morning, just seeing everyone and seeing all the work the students put into the floats.
It's tough to get up early, but the 11 a.m. kickoff, pretty cool to be able to just come downtown, come to campus, get up early, watch the parade, do some tailgating, get to the game, and then, hit up dinner downtown maybe?
Absolutely.
Well, coming up next, we've got MU Extension's Family Nutrition Program, providing health education to all 114 counties and the city of St. Louis in the state of Missouri. Today, we ask you to celebrate Farm to School Month by enjoying Missouri-grown popcorn.
And I'm really excited to read this next one. Ka-chow, it's lightning. We are talking about a float that's sure to rev up your engine, celebrating Mizzou's 113th homecoming. Alpha Chi Omega, Alpha Sigma Phi, and Theta Chi present the vibrant display of the movie cars. Lightning McQueen and Mater are ready to lead the legacy all the way from Radiator Springs right here to Columbia to show Auburn who the true Tigers are. These students are building a legacy not just for today, but for the future generations of Tigers. Get ready to shift into high gear and give it up for Alpha Chi Omega, Alpha Sigma Pi, and Theta Chi. They race to lead the legacy and victory for our Missouri Tigers. Of course, my favorite movie, and of course, as a meteorologist, gotta love talking about lightning.
Authority Gymnastics is passionate about molding your young athletes and strives to encourage and empower gymnasts to be the very best they can. Through their gymnastics and tumbling classes and camps, young athletes learn that when they work hard, they learn perseverance and dedication to the sport and to themselves. They pride themselves on teaching children to believe in themselves and reach for the stars. And that is Authority Gymnastics, which my daughter did back in the day. It's a great place.
And we've got some comments here. Danny Myers says, ka-chow. I agree. Someone says a 2:30 game time would be better. Also agreed, but we don't decide those things. Mitchell says house decks in Greektown is his favorite tradition. Favorite tradition in the parade, according to Otter Bowman. And someone from South Florida, the West Palm Beach area, saying happy homecoming. So thank you all for joining us this morning.
Impact Support is our next float, sure to bring a smile to your face. The folks at Impact Support Services have been supporting adults and children with disabilities in Boone County for nearly 50 years. This float celebrates an inclusive community where everyone belongs, everyone participates, and everyone is valued.
Please welcome the members of the Beta Chi Omicron Honor Society here with us this morning.
We got some clowns.
I was about to say, following them, a crowd favorite.
The Tiger Shrine Clowns are members of the Shrine of North America and Moolah Shrine Temple of St. Louis, Missouri. The Shrine of North America is an international fraternity of approximately 500,000 members throughout the U.S., Canada, Mexico, and Panama. The Shrine's official philanthropy is Shriners Hospitals for Children, a network of 22 orthopedic and 5 burns hospitals that provide expert, no-cost care to children under the age of 18. Learn more at moolah.org.
Following them, the Chinese Performing Arts Group was founded in 2008. Most members are MU employees. They have participated in the International Showcase, the Family Fun Festival, Columbia's Heritage Festival, and the MU Homecoming Parade almost every year.
Coming up next, MU Adventure Club. Adventure Club is the College of Education and Human Development's before and after school program located in Columbia Public School Elementary System. Adventure Club provides hands-on educational and recreational activities in a safe and enriching environment. And speaking as a parent of a former Adventure Clubber, they are indispensable during the school year.
And of course, the crowd favorite, more candy. I just hope everyone remembers to save some candy for those that are downtown.
I always feel bad for the folks on Broadway.
Yeah.
You got to save the candy whenever you're marching through, or just buy more.
Right, right. Guilty of that as well during holiday parades in that season as well.
It's October.
It's easy to happen.
Halloween is coming. It's parade season. You know you're going to buy more candy.
That's right. Up next, the Down Syndrome Innovations. They were founded in 1984 and are now recognized as one of the leading Down syndrome organizations in the world. Powered by a visionary team and generous community, the organization has dreamed big. Down Syndrome Innovations provides services to all ages at their state-of-the-art lifelong learning campus. The vision of the organization is to serve as the expert resource and lead community mobilizer, sharing knowledge and creating solutions for people with Down syndrome.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, Truman stood in front of the columns admiring the campus he called home. This moment of admiration soon turned to disaster when the Sith Lord Auby the Tiger guided the Death Star to campus to destroy Truman's beloved home. But Truman destroyed the dark side that day. Now 113 years have passed and the dark side has returned. So it's up to Truman and Mizzou to bring a new hope to Columbia. The members of Pi Beta Phi and Alpha Gamma Rho, along with Tau Kappa Epsilon, ask you to celebrate alumni, cheer for our Tigers, and lead the legacy at the 113th Mizzou homecoming.
That Yoda's a little scary looking.
Isn't Yoda the good guy?
He
shouldn't-
is.
Yeah, exactly.
He is. Also, someone asked where Marching Mizzou is. They were at the beginning of the parade, so at the conclusion of this video will still be here, and you can go back and watch that if you missed it. Following them, we have a City of Columbia fire truck, and following them, we have the Dance Academy, also known as TDA. It's a dance school here in Columbia dedicated to providing a fun, nurturing environment for students of all ages. Their experienced instructors are passionate about teaching and strive to create an atmosphere that fosters creativity, self-expression, and a love for dance. MIZ.
ZOU. This is a good parade for fire truck aficionados.
It is.
Lots of them. Old, new, current, retired. Next up, Mizzou Catholic, a Catholic student organization that promotes fellowship, service, and other fun events and opportunities. The sub-theme they have chosen is Home Alone. Mizzou Catholic works closely with the St. Thomas More Newman Center, located on Tiger Avenue. Anyone and everyone is welcome to join.
The Alpha Delta Zeta chapter of Alpha Psi Omega strives to stimulate interest in theater activities at Mizzou and in the community. Alpha Psi Omega intends to improve the craft, quality, and scholarship of theater, focusing on the development of the artist and scholar.
Pope is here, Matt. Did you see that?
I did.
Celebrities everywhere. Chase Daniel, the Pope. I saw Lawrence Bowers earlier. You.
Well, I don't know that I'm among that crowd.
Well, I just threw you in there, so.
But you know what? I will take credit for the good weather today. If it was raining, I'd be blaming someone else.
Exactly.
But
Right, that's how it
I'll
works.
take credit for good weather.
The same way when Mizzou wins, you know, I knew they were going to do that. When they lose, you know, I didn't realize that.
Right.
Coming up next, the ladies of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated wish you a very happy homecoming.
Hold on to your cowboy hats and space helmets because Toy Story has touched down at Mizzou. Kappa Alpha Theta, Alpha Gamma Sigma, and Kappa Alpha Order. The brave Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear has miscalculated his landing and crashed right into the columns. With smoke still rising from the crash site, Buzz Lightyear is ready to sack the Auburn Tigers and lead Mizzou to victory. Meanwhile, over at Jesse Hall, we've got two sheriffs in town, none other than Jesse and Woody, and a spinning element to of Jesse Hall there with Jessie the Cowgirl.
Yeah, I have no influence on the judging, but that one's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Coming up next, the Columbia Youth Football League has been around for more than 50 years, promoting athletic and academic excellence in our youth by creating a lifelong love for sports, creating outstanding citizens and future leaders in school, sports, and our community. That's CYFL, the Columbia Youth Football League.
Following them, we'll have our next high school marching band. They are the Cuba High School Marching Wildcats from Cuba, Missouri, under the direction of Shannon Moore and drill team sponsor Heather Parks. We'll listen into them momentarily. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Happy homecoming. Thanks for being here. Here is the Cuba High School Marching Band. We'll listen in.
Cuba, Missouri, right around where my mom is from, Crawford County. You're learning all kinds of fun stuff today, aren't you?
I am.
Should save some material if they ask me back next year.
I hope they do. You know, there's no one I'd rather sit by to host this great coverage.
Wonderful. This is a fun morning. Let's listen to the Cuba, Missouri High School Marching Band. Next up, we have Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America. Moms Demand Action is a nonpartisan grassroots organization educating and mobilizing Americans for public safety measures that protect people from gun violence.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Mizzou Club Quad Ball. Quad ball is a co-ed, full-contact sport, uniquely incorporating elements from rugby, dodgeball, and basketball, where members travel across the country, representing Mizzou with pride in the intercollegiate gameplay. Last season, Club Quad Ball scored to new heights, finishing third in the nation. This season, they're aiming even higher. That reminds me of Basque Ice Ball in How I Met Your Mother.
The lovely ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha are rolling through to help celebrate homecoming. Let's welcome the graduate chapter, Kappa Chi Omega, and Mizzou's Divine Delta Tau chapter.
And following them, we have the Mizzou Meteorology Club. They are celebrating their 76th year at Mizzou. I am a very, very proud alumni of the Mizzou Meteorology and Atmospheric Sciences program. It's so great to see them representing here this morning, and some of our students that work with us out at KOMU walking there.
Right behind them, please welcome Zeta Tau Alpha and Delta Upsilon with their Lorax-themed float. The Lorax has heard the last of Columbia's truffula trees are in danger, and his friend Truman the Tiger is here to help. Together, they rallied the students and faculty, spreading the word about conservation and the importance of green space. Did I pronounce that right? It's been a while since the Lorax was on in the house. Truffula trees?
I'm gonna say yes. You just gotta say it confidently.
Yeah.
Up next, we have the College of Engineering student organizations teaming up to bring a little out-of-this-world flair to the parade with their Star Trek-inspired floats.
And from Medina, Missouri, the Knox County High School Marching Eagles under the direction of Lisa Blake.
Let's listen in. Please welcome to the members of Alpha Kappa Psi, Mizzou's business fraternity.
Up next, the Tiger Academy of Gymnastics. Their goal is to have knowledgeable staff that have a passion for children and coaching. They believe success stems from hard work, persistence, and grit, and offer various levels of gymnastics to your child's to fit your child's needs, from preschool to recreational and competitive. Other fitness training options include Nerf battles and party rentals. Experience the Tiger atmosphere for yourself at tiger-academy.com.
Heart of Missouri United Way has supported the community since 1946. Last year, more than 33,000 individuals benefited from United Way support. As a local organization, 98% of United Way's funding comes from the community. Thank you to Mizzou for being united in purpose, action, impact, and hope.
Mizzou's Asian American Association is an identity-based group which strives to unite students of all backgrounds and offer campus awareness and understanding of Asian and Pacific Islander culture, history, and current issues.
Mizzou Club Synchronized Skating wishes everyone a happy homecoming.
Synchronized skating.
That sounds like a lot of talent that I don't have.
Me too.
Up next, the Columbia Acro and Tumbling Team is a local acrobatic gymnastics team. They offer recreational and competitive classes for boys and girls ages 5 and up. The competitive team competes at the local, state, regional, and national level. The sport of acro is a discipline of gymnastics that combines acrobatic moves, dance, and tumbling skills while instilling trust and teamwork in each partnership. Check them out on Facebook to learn more.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Missouri has been supporting one-to-one mentoring relationships since 1968 in the Mid-Missouri region. They serve youth from ages 5 to 18, and their vision is for all youth to achieve their full potential.
And it has come to my attention that it is not Adina, it is Edina.
Edina, Missouri.
Thank you,
Knox County.
To Kim and Wesley for letting us know there. Missouri pronunciations are a fun time.
Curveballs everywhere, buddy.
Up next, Big Brother and Big Sisters of Central Missouri.
And after them, get ready to be enchanted by Alpha Phi and Phi Delta Theta's float inspired by Disney's Tangled. Here's Truman as Rapunzel with his fantastic castle. Cheer him on to help light up campus with lanterns of hope and happy homecoming.
Truman has some long, luscious hair there.
He's got some fur going, huh?
Celebrating over 50 years of excellence, Mizzou's Women's Club Rugby has a proud legacy on and off the field here at the University of Missouri. Last year, they earned the 3rd place spot in their conference and had multiple players selected to play at the National Collegiate Rugby All-Star Game.
Got a lot of MIZs flying on this early morning, don't we? Here up next is the League of Women Voters for Columbia, Missouri. Boone County roars in support of the MU Tigers and works tirelessly to ensure that all citizens can vote, be informed, and actively participate in their government. Go Tigers from the League of Women Voters of Columbia and Boone County.
Como Special Education Parent-Teacher Association, or SEPTA, provides families and educators with an organizational structure, resource, and the opportunity to be a collective voice for their special needs children. Como SEPTA has the benefit of reaching district-wide to bring together individuals with similar needs and supports teachers, students, and families.
And there you see the Mizzou School of Social Work and the Council of Student Social Workers. They're celebrating over 100 years of cultivating community impact.
And some people that we might know.
Hey, familiar faces.
KOMU is Mid-Missouri's NBC and CW affiliate, proudly owned by the University of Missouri and educating the next generation of broadcast journalists at the world-renowned Missouri School of Journalism. Joining KOMU 8 this morning are members of the award-winning News and First Alert Weather team. KOMU 8 News brings you local news, weather, and sports coverage that you can count on.
Somebody, I hope, is looking after my 9-year-old. She's in that group. Father of the Year over here.
Ashley Berry, Miss Missouri 2024, is from Clinton, Missouri, and will represent Missouri at the 2025 Miss America competition. Ashley is currently studying news media and political science with the help of Miss America scholarships, and upon graduation, she hopes to become a political correspondent and news writer.
She helped me open up the Show Me State Games at the Show Me State Games opening ceremonies this past summer.
Which is always another big fun event that happens each year. And
Matt,
there's so many events you can take part of.
Are you ready for the Dancing Divas of Como?
I think we are.
Here we go, folks. You better get ready. The Dancing Divas of Como is a hip-hop and majorette dance team for youth ages 6 to 18 years of age. The organization is under the direction of Kyra Miller and specializes in HBCU dance styles. For more information, you can visit the Facebook page, The Dancing Divas LLC.
Someone's asking if they missed the Fatima High School marching band. That did already pass, but this video will be posted afterwards, so you can go back and see that performance later on.
Dancing Divas marching their way through the streets of Columbia and the Mizzou campus on a beautiful homecoming Saturday morning. Next up, the University Singers, the premier choral ensemble at the University of Missouri. As we get some more dancing as well, under the direction of Dr. Brandon A. Boyd, these talented vocalists have earned national and international recognition for their artistry and hard work. So we got singing and dancing.
Following them, we have a warm welcome to Delta 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 and Sigma Nu and their Hotel Transylvania float. Embark on a journey through Mizzou homecoming at the best hotel in town. In the words of Dracula, blah, 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 and happy homecoming. I have not seen the movie, so I'm not familiar.
Yeah, we never had Hotel Transylvania in the Arnett House. Coming up next, the Mizzou Tiger Club of St. Louis. The Tiger Club of St. Louis raises funds to support the student athletes of Mizzou, promote the athletic department, and provide informative and entertaining events for Mizzou fans in the St. Louis area. They host monthly luncheons, fall evening tailgates, the annual Cadillac Classic Golf Tournament, and online auctions of Tiger and local sports memorabilia. See their upcoming events and learn more about the Mizzou Tiger Club of St. Louis at MizzouTigerClubSTL.com. Been a while since we had a band, Matt. I'm ready.
Yeah, up next we have the New Haven High School Marching Shamrocks from New Haven, Missouri, under the direction of Mr. Curtis Bergner, with assistance from Miss Casey
I'm going to go Kahneman.
Kahneman. Let's go with that. Let's listen in to the New Haven Marching Band.
Marching Shamrocks sounding great. We also want to welcome the Mizzou Club Dance Team. Both competitive and recreation teams are present here today. That's Mizzou Club Dance.
The Mizzou Quarter Scale Tractor Pulling Team, also known as the Twerkin' Tigers, builds quarter scale tractors to compete in the ASABE International Quarter Scale Contest in Peoria, Illinois. The team is mainly comprised of members in Kaffner and the College of Engineering, but is open to all majors. Last year they placed 1st overall in tractor performance and 5th overall. This year they will build their 20th tractor under the leadership of Will Hansen, team president, and lead engineer Jonathan Abemiser.
Did not know we had a tractor pull team.
The Twerkin' Tigers.
The Twerkin', not the Twerkin' Tigers, the Twerkin' Tigers. Well, from loud tractors to reading quietly. The Daniel Boone Regional Library is up next.
Whoever put this in order has a good sense of humor.
Daniel Boone Regional Library strives to be at the heart of the community, connecting every person to opportunities for a lifetime of discovery, learning, and joy through books. The library's book bike travels to various community events throughout Boone and Callaway counties.
Following them, we have Sigma Alpha, a professional agricultural sorority where young ladies embrace their values and continue to learn the importance of the agricultural industry.
Coming up next, the Language Tree, which provides an early childhood language immersion program focused on French and Spanish for children ages 2 to 6. They have both full day and half day options. They also provide an after school class for elementary school age students where children can continue their language immersion experience 1 day a week. The Language Tree prides itself on providing a warm, safe, and challenging learning environment where children can discover the magic of a second language and develop their love of learning.
Kappa Kappa Gamma and Delta Tau, Delta's float brings a playful Monsters, Inc. theme to life, featuring Sully, Boo, and Truman in the iconic scare room. Outside, Mike Wazowski is busy controlling the scare mechanism, determined to give Truman and the crowd a good scare. The float symbolizes the collaboration between the two organizations, blending Kappa's vibrant energy with Delta's mischievous spirit.
And you know where the sequel to Monsters, Inc. takes place?
MU. Monsters University.
That Blu-ray got worn out in the Arnett house about 6-7 years ago. Elite Diamonds is up next. Please welcome a new dance team here in Columbia, Missouri, the Elite Diamonds, directed by Coach Haley and Coach TK.
Mizzou Racing and Mizzou Electric Racing are engineering student organizations open to all students. Currently, they have around 40 members who design, build, and compete in these half-scale formula-style race cars in competitions of engineering design, acceleration, cornering ability, and their speed around a racetrack. This year, their international combustion car took first place in the skid pad event at the international competition in Brooklyn, Michigan. These students are also competing in an electric vehicle competition this year for the second time ever in Mizzou history. Lots of great innovation from the School of Engineering.
Please welcome the Sinclair School of Nursing, proudly leading the legacy of nursing here at Mizzou. Dean Lori Popejoy, along with the Student Nurses Association and the Nursing Alumni Organization, along with members of the school's faculty and staff, are walking in today's parade. The Student Nurses Association recently celebrated 70 years on campus and continues to shape the future of nursing through student engagement, advocacy, and professional development.
Here at the flags, we have Missouri International Student Council, Mizzou's community that proudly includes students and staff from over 110 countries. Today's representatives from 30 different nations are joining us today. The Missouri Independent Student Council is dedicated to ensuring that students from all corners of the globe are not only seen but heard. Their goals are to encourage a global outlook on campus, unite international student associations, and bridge the gap between international and domestic students at MU.
Next up, Mobility Worldwide, which builds 2,000 mobility carts a year that are given away to leg-handicapped persons in over 106 countries around the world. All carts are built right here in Columbia by more than 200 volunteers, with units costing approximately $425 each to deploy. Volunteers are always needed to help weld metal and cut wood. Join them and help change lives.
Working for Missouri soybean farmers through advocacy, education, and research, Missouri Soybeans is dedicated to helping improve profit opportunities for Missouri soybean farmers across the state. When innovation combines with the versatility and sustainability of soy, they believe that opportunities are limitless.
Check out the 2024 Mizzou Bass Fishing Team. They are a university-recognized club sport that travels the country fishing against 150 of the top colleges in the nation. Last year, they ranked 22nd in the country.
Eagle Elite Cheer and Dance is Columbia's national champion elite training facility. They offer competitive and recreational cheer and dance, as well as camps, choreography, and private lesson training. Come soar with them and see why people choose Eagle Elite.
That is entry number 150 in the 2024 Mizzou Homecoming Parade.
We're getting
113
close
years.
to the end, but still a good amount to go here. If you're just joining us here on the live stream, thank you so much for joining us. We've got folks joining us from all over the country this morning. If you're here in Columbia, we're seeing that temperature warm up. We started this morning with 43 degrees. We're going to be at 60 degrees by kickoff, and we're going to be at 70 degrees by the end of that game. For some of you asking about various floats, if you did miss that float, this live stream will still be here on Facebook at the completion of it being live, and you can go back and watch for what you missed. Some folks have asked about Marching Mizzou, various floats. All of that will still be here. You can watch it on replay shortly after the parade coverage ends.
The Associated Students of the University of Missouri, or ASUM, advocates and represents fellow UM system students with Missouri lawmakers and Mizzou administrators by tackling issues like funding for higher education, mental health initiatives, college affordability, and more. ASUM empowers change across all 4 of the UM system's campuses.
Up next, it looks like we have Them Yo People from St. Louis, Missouri. The program attracts thousands of household viewers on a weekly basis. Using a man-on-the-street format, the show goes into various communities to educate, engage, excite, and entertain a diverse, wide range of viewers. And the host, Mr. Gary, is a Mizzou alum.
I saw Mr. Gary at the Cotton Bowl last year. We are coming towards the end, aren't we, Matt? Who do we have next?
Looks like we have Parent Link and Student Link. With 35 years of experience, Parent Link is a team of compassionate professionals who support parents and caregivers through life's challenges.
The Mizzou Mule team is celebrating its 40th anniversary. Since 1984, Mizzou College of Veterinary Medicine students have trained and cared for mules on campus. Say hello to mules Boone and George, making their debut in this year's homecoming parade.
And last but certainly not least, the 2024 Homecoming Parade Committee. We would like to thank them for all of their hard work organizing this year's parade and celebrating Mizzou's most honored tradition, Fight Tiger. And that is the end of our floats this morning.
We want to thank everybody who was a part of the parade. I think we're about to lose our flair there. Thank you, Matt. As the parade committee moves past us, we're happy to welcome 2 of the students instrumental to this weekend, homecoming tri-directors Megan Fox and Jacob Wisgerd. Welcome, Megan and Jacob. We're missing a director, though, aren't we?
Yep, we're missing Julia Delano. She just went by with the parade committee.
Jacob, what's it like being a student putting on the biggest homecoming celebration in America?
I mean, the first thing, just after this whole weekend, is just a surreal experience. I think we enjoyed it so much this year. It's been busy. It's been a good time. And it means a lot to us to be able to give back to the Mizzou community and to be able to spend our time, put it on Mizzou's most cherished tradition.
And Megan, tell us your favorite part about homecoming.
My favorite part about homecoming is just engaging with the community, building all of that Tiger spirit, and just doing good for our community with the blood drive, the canned food drive, and just putting smiles on people's faces with the parade and the campus decorations. It's just such a good time at school here. The vibes are very up and high and uplifting and everything like that. It's really good to see our community come together.
All right, thank you to both of you for joining us here, and thank you to all of you for joining us here on our live stream this morning. For those of you here in mid-Missouri, you may recognize us. I'm Matt Beckwith. I'm the Chief Meteorologist at KOMU 8 News.
And I'm Ben Arnett. I'm the Sports Director at KOMU 8. The game is at 11 a.m. You got plenty of time to do some tailgating. Maybe go on the KOMU 8 streaming app and watch the latest episode of Mizzou Extra. Get your preview in before the Tigers kick things off at 11 a.m. against Auburn in the homecoming matchup. That game is on ESPN if you're not here in town. And if you're watching this, you're probably not here in town going to the game. 11 a.m. on ESPN between Mizzou and Auburn as the Tigers try to improve to 6-1 on the season and pick up their second SEC win this year.
And we did have some folks joining us from tailgate spots.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I do know that we did have some local viewers. And I just want to point out with Mizzou Extra, Ben's show here, it comes out on Thursday evenings, and then it airs on TV here locally at 9 a.m. on Saturdays.
Yeah, it's actually just wrapping up now, but again, you can watch it anytime on KMU.com or the KMU8 streaming app, and you need to make sure that you download the KMU8 weather app because Matt and his team always have the latest weather updates so you know how to dress or whether to bring an umbrella to the game, and it's a good resource to use all the time if you're in mid-Missouri or anywhere else.
No umbrella needed today. It is a beautiful day. Near 60 at kickoff, near 70 by the end of the game. Thank you to the Mizzou Alumni Association for having us, and thank you to all of you for joining us. Have a great day. MIZ.
ZOU.